Hi, Tavis. This is Erica Williams, and this is my long, embarrassingly overdue thank you for allowing me to participate in the State of the Black Union 2009. When I came back from the event, I caught the flu, was ill for a couple weeks. Then I got better and had to move into, I don't know if you can see behind me, my as yet unfurnished apartment. And when I stopped and realized that I had not yet sent an appropriately timed, which means immediately following the event, thank you note, I was so embarrassed and so perplexed that I let the perfect be the enemy of the good. And here we are now 2 months later. But better late than never. Tavis, the State of the Black Union 2009 goes down in history as one of the best, most memorable, most inspiring and motivating and beneficial events, not just of my career, but of my life. It also was, little did you know, what my mother, Reverend Williams, would say, the fulfillment of a prophecy. Several years ago, when I worked at the Leadership Conference on Civil Rights as a field associate, I was given the opportunity to plan my first event all by myself. And the topic was Media Diversity and Telecommunications Policy. And when Wade Henderson, our president, came and asked me who I wanted to moderate, without any hesitation, I said, Tavis Smiley, hello. I had kind of been a huge Tavis Smiley fan since I was young. Not only is my birthday September 13th, and had I read all of your books, and I too memorized Dr. King's speeches, and I too grew up in church, but you were doing exactly what it is that I wanted to do with my career. You had a very clear passion for not just politics, but our community and our culture. And like me, had the gift of gab, and were combining those things into a career that was not just beneficial to you, but more importantly, was beneficial to our entire community. And that's exactly what I wanted to be doing. And so if I'd had the opportunity to meet you, I was going to take it. And Wade actually was able to secure you for the event. You came here to DC. It was a relatively small event, but in my mind, I was planning the inauguration because that's how excited I was to meet you. And I went home from that event that day more inspired than ever to be able to work with you. So I said, instead of just sending him a resume and asking for some sort of job, and at that point I would have taken anything, an internship, a volunteer position, an assistant job, it didn't matter. I said, I'm going to do something different, and I'm going to, my MO, make a video. I'm doing another one now. Clearly, I like them. But I said I was going to make a video to tell you why I thought I should work with you. And after I made the video outlining kind of all the things that I wanted to do in my career and how I felt that if I couldn't be the next Tavis Smiley, I was certainly going to try to work with the current one. I was really proud of the video clip and showed it to my mother, who looked at it a couple times and said, yeah, what you're saying is good and it's really inspirational, honey, but you must have been nervous or excited or something because you're smiling and you're giggling and you're winking and your head is cocked to the side and you kind of look like you're flirting. And I said, wow, thank you for keeping it real, Ma. And her assessment of that video made me not want to send it because that's clearly not the impression that I wanted to send as a young professional woman. And I got a little bit discouraged and didn't revisit the idea of working with you. But in the words of my grandma, who is behind me, if you can see the picture over my shoulder, she used to always say, what God has for you, it is for you. I didn't think anything of it until several years later. I'm minding my business working at the Center for American Progress when out of the blue, a producer from your radio show contacts me and asks for me to join a show and speak about college affordability. It was clearly over the radio, so I didn't get a chance to really interact with you. I talked, you asked me 2 questions about young people and the cost of college, and you said thanks for being on the show, and that was it. And then the next thing you know, out of the blue, I get an invitation to participate in an event that has been an inspiration to me for the past 10 years, and I've watched every year, all of the hours of it in front of my television, the State of the Black Union. So that's what I call coming full circle. And it was not only an exciting experience, but it was a confirmation that this is the work that I'm supposed to be doing, and I am where I am supposed to be. So I thank you for that. It meant so very much. I also extend a great thanks to your staff, who was more than professional, but they were also kind and loving and expressed a genuine concern not just for the execution of a great event, but for the mission for which the event was formed. And they were so nice and kind to me, and please extend my thanks to them. Tavis, I do hope that I again get to work with you in the future. Can we say State of the Black Union 2010? I'm available. But if I don't get that privilege again, please know how appreciative I am of the opportunity to sit on a stage with people that I have admired my entire life. And from what I've heard after, I've been asked to do more political commentary on TV, which is something that I love doing. I've been interviewed on C-SPAN. I've gotten to speak at more events. Young people have consistently emailed me from watching the show and said, I'm so glad to have heard my voice represented. That's what meant the most to me. Not just that I got to meet you and Reverend Sharpton and Dr. Dyson, but that young people felt that their voice was not only heard, but heard by millions of people. And that means so much to me. And it takes a lot of work, I know, to find new voices and to find new leaders and to create a platform for that to be able to be expressed. And you did it so well. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Bye.